everybody, this is Esmerelda Bilgepigge, and I'm here to teach you how to sail the Edge. Yes, you want to learn to sail the Edge because you want to be able to get lots of materials to build your ships. So, one of the best ways to sail the Edge is to get on somebody else's ship and make sure you don't go idle and leech. It works for me, but today I'm going to teach you how to sail the Edge. Okay, now let's get in our ship. Let's see, what ship shall we use? Well, we have a war sloop, and we have a sloop, and we have a floundering fish war brig. That's the one. It's a maxed out storm chaser. Maxed out storm chaser. That's what it is. I forgot for a second. All right. I'm going to get on the helm, and I'm going to get over here and notice I have down here a phantom cannon ram. That works just as good as the steel. They're excellent, and I recommend the phantom or the steel with a storm chaser. Mine's maxed out, which helps a lot. Okay, he's got that ship. Well, let's just help him along there. All right. Okay. And open fire. And a little action here. Okay. Powerful ship with his storm chaser. The most powerful guns in the game. We really should head over to the Hinterseas, which is between Padres and King's Head, which we will do in a second. Let's see. Okay, now, take a look behind me. You see King's Head and you see Cutthroat? We're going to go where the K and the C from King's Head and Cutthroat line up, and we're going to go to the edge at that spot. To our left is the disappear spot when we get to the edge, to the left of where the K and C meet. So we want to start right where the disappear spot ends, because we're going to be sliding right away from the disappear spot, and we want the maximum amount of area to fight. Now there's 4 spots, that you have to watch out for in the edge, and this is one of them. This is the due east spot. The due east and due west spots are disappear spots. The due south and due north spots are rubber band spots, where if you are fighting, the ships sort of snap back like a rubber band. Here, the ships can just disappear, just poof. So you could think of them as seams, places where things connect. At the very top, north, south, and east and west compass points. Okay, I'm going to speed up. Now, if you put any scroll or anything in, you can speed up faster, but we probably won't hit the entire cycle anyway. In fact, we've already hit the edge. See the hunter coming up? Now here's the trick. You want to slide away from the ship, and you want to give it a little bit of distance to start. Now let's put the major firepower back in. Now watch the compass, and it's going to come at you pretty quick. And now it's slowed down, so it's perfect. Now you want to start sliding very slowly. It's unfortunate that we're hitting this at night, so you can't see easily the water going by. If you stop or slide to the left, it can damage you, but as long as you slide to the right, even slowly. Now I do an 8-1-5, right in that order. 8-1-5. See how much I've taken down the left side, and some of the inner hull is damaged on that ship. Oh, I forgot to do the 1 while the open fire was still there for a second cycle, and I messed up. That's why I did the 8, and I wasn't paying attention. I was talking. Notice how I also have to turn the ship, because I might miss the broadside. And then you turn it back to go slow, and if you have gunners, they can see the other ship. Notice the compass points. So You turn a little bit, fire, and then turn back. And this is it. This is really all of how you do the edge. It's this simple. And because the same principle applies no matter how many ships are coming at you, they won't hit you. You can do the same when the warships show up. So there's never a problem. Now I could do another open fire here, but I'm not going to waste it because there's too little damage left on that ship. And the one thing that you want to try to do is stack functions. You want to stack leadership and open fire, both for your cannoneers and for yourself, so that you can get more hits, more powerful per second. Very important. Now, look way in the background. You see Cutthroat and King's Head? Notice how the C and the K are distant from each other, and I'm sailing back to where they line up. See, as it starts to aim towards me, I know that it's doing the thing that I want. It's not going to jog away. But I do want to slide away so that it doesn't get too close and then still do a crazy jog. Just want it to turn. I don't want to fire yet. And you don't want to take any sails down of any of the ships because you want them to come at you as fast as possible so you can keep sliding away so you don't take damage. And that's a very hard thing to get your crew to do, is to not take down the sails. Even the front one. You don't even want the front one taken down, but they'll insist on doing it. Nothing you can do except to try to ask them not to. Now, while that ship is sinking, it acts like an avoidance rock to the other ships that are in the vicinity, and that tally-ho may take a right turn. See it? It won't usually. Those ships by default will always turn left. So when it takes that turn, it's actually, whoa, see, I wasn't going fast enough to the right. I could sink. In fact, it'll be a little tricky to get back to port. Okay. We're going to take down one of these larger ships and then go to port. Only because I fell asleep there. I'm sorry. See, you can't stop, but you see, as slow as I'm going, and most people get panicky and run. Don't run. You don't have to. But going back to port is the trick. I won't get any more damage out here, but as I'm trying to travel back to port, actually I could sink because of the lack of health. Ooh, it's going to be trick. Now, I'm going to try a trick to try to get this thing to do something. See how I got it to... Oh, I just barely didn't make it. I wanted it to weave there. It did. It wove in behind the bigger ship. That's what I wanted it to do. As you get to be really good at this, you'll get those little tricks. home. Raven's Cove. Now from here, it's to the right of Padres del Fuego, as odd as it seems. And when you're running, this is when you want to put in the chart or the globe. And when that's expired, you do the full sail. Now, this is the problem. See that ship? That really can damage us right now. And I just did the last thing, so how am I going to keep it from hitting us? I'm going to try to do a take cover, but, ooh. There they come. Ah. Now, if you take this angle, you see how I'm pointing it down? See, you can see Cuba, but if I go back towards here, it disappears again. But if I go down, you can see Cuba again. You want to get that angle as far as you can to see as far as you can when you're on the captain's chair. Now that's our hunter, and it's far enough away. We're in good shape here. Now I can do another ram speed. Actually, I probably should have waited. You see how my leadership hadn't refreshed yet? There's no guarantee. You sometimes have to wait a good 5 seconds if you don't have leadership refreshed before you can do the operation after it's refreshed. So I think I can do the full sail now.
Too many Navy in this port, but Raven's Cove is open.
It's funny they have the voices turned on for that, even though they're turned off for everything else. Okay, now I've got to be a little careful because any of these ships can hit me. So I think I'm going to be a little on the cautious side because I really don't want to sink. So and drop anchor. Okay, I'll show you another trick. See all these little items to the left from our loot chests? One of the things that a friend taught me is you always take small items first because you want all of them anyway. Now you notice how all of these items still scroll all the way to the bottom? Well, there may be more below that you can't see, especially when you're on a long voyage. So, you take your screen and you make it very narrow, and those little things will show up down below. Okay? See? They show up down below here. But they're not there, so you don't have to worry. Now we can grow that back, and if you just turn it off, you'll already collect all the loot. So, we got everything. Alright, that's it. I want to thank you all for coming and enjoying this little tour of how to do the edge with me. Have a great day. Bye-bye.